Top 5 Research Topics on Edgar Allan Poe. The Gothic aesthetic in Edgar Allan Poe's short stories. Edgar Allan Poe's contribution to the Gothic genre is both foundational and revolutionary. This paper examines the use of eerie settings, decaying architecture, and symbolic imagery in Poe's short stories such as The Fall of the House of Usher and Ligeia. Through a literary analysis of his descriptive techniques, the study investigates how these Gothic elements enhance themes of death, decay, and the supernatural, creating an immersive atmosphere of dread. The influence of Edgar Allan Poe on modern horror literature and film. This study traces the enduring legacy of Edgar Allan Poe in contemporary horror, analyzing how his themes, characters, and narrative styles have shaped modern storytelling in both literature and cinema. Through comparisons with works by Stephen King and films inspired by Poe's tales, the research explores how his innovations in atmosphere, psychological tension, and macabre aesthetics remain influential in defining horror's emotional and visual language. Female figures in Edgar Allan Poe's fiction, Idealization, Death, and the Supernatural. Edgar Allan Poe's portrayal of women reveals a complex interplay of idealization, mysticism, and mortality. This paper focuses on female characters in stories and poems such as Ligeia, Berenice, and Lenore, analyzing how Poe intertwines femininity with supernatural beauty and inevitable death. The research also addresses how these representations reflect 19th-century gender ideals and Poe's own psychological and emotional preoccupations. Edgar Allan Poe and the birth of the detective genre, logic in the Gothic imagination. Long before Sherlock Holmes, Edgar Allan Poe introduced the world to detective fiction through his character C. Auguste Dupin. This research delves into stories like The Murders in the Rue Morgue to assess Poe's role in creating the analytical detective archetype. It contrasts rational investigation with Gothic suspense, revealing how Poe balanced intellect and mystery to lay the groundwork for modern crime fiction. Moral ambiguity and the Antihero in Edgar Allan Poe's Protagonists. The protagonists of Edgar Allan Poe's stories are rarely heroic. Instead, they are complex, often morally ambiguous figures whose motivations are driven by obsession, guilt, or vengeance. This paper examines characters from The Telltale Heart, The Black Cat, and The Imp of the Perverse, focusing on Poe's construction of the antihero. The study explores how Poe challenges traditional moral dichotomies, inviting readers to empathize with deeply flawed minds. Find more research topics on studycorgi.com.